And now, the conclusion of what would I tell my younger self on the Women Behind the Legend?
So, okay, so that's 16. So let's fast forward a little bit and think about mid 20s. So 25, that's a good age to think about. You know, you're halfway to 50, you're almost 30, you pretty much feel like you're grown, you got it all under control. Is there anything you would have done differently or told yourself at 25 that you would change or anything along those lines?
I would have told myself to date about 5 people at the same time.
Okay. Why is that?
Just so that I could really narrow it down to who he was supposed to be, like have all the qualities that I felt that I needed at that time, because I wasn't really sure. So when you're not really sure, you just hop from there to there. But if you have them all at the same time, Tanya done disappeared again.
Yep.
So if you
I
have
don't
them,
understand why it keeps doing that. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
if you have them all at the same time, you're able to like do your list of who should be able to stick around, and then you can eliminate from there. I'm not saying that I would have told myself to sleep with everybody.
Right.
I just would have had those 5 with the qualities that I was looking for. And they also would have had to have a good credit score.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's something I didn't think about at 25.
yeah, because you know, if you're trying to build a future with somebody, that type of stuff counts. So, and I would have told myself the same thing at 24. Stop using up them credit cards to go into Gucci and Louis and all of that. I would have been like, okay, you know, we got to invest this and we got to pay the bill on time and don't spend a whole credit line. Just spend a portion and then make sure you pay it off really quickly.
Yeah.
So I think those are the 2 things that I would have, you know, if I could go back, that's what I would have done.
Wow.
But see, your first one, that's because that's that loyal trait that you have, that you didn't date 5 people at the same time. Just being loyal.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't be loyal to all 5. And I think
Right.
that even, you know, I thought it was bad doing 2.
That was bad? I'm like, that was bad?
Shut up, Aquarius. You know, you all in the water, you all free and stuff.
Yeah, that's about vetting. You got to vet.
I'm a virgin.
Virgo to virgin.
Bullshit.
We ain't even gonna get on your little freaky ass Taurus.
I know. You're right.
All right, so on TZ, what would you do differently? Or what would you tell your 25-year-old self?
After listening to Kiki, mine is pretty boring. So now I gotta think of something else. My first choice was to tell my 25-year-old self to continue to pursue my dreams at modeling and don't care about what other people think, basically. Because you know, there's a lot of rejections out there, and I've been rejected, you know, a bunch of times, and it just got in my head, and I lost confidence. So I probably would tell myself to keep going; it'll get better, and maybe date a little bit more.
We heard you.
Okay.
This is recorded.
Right.
But I didn't want the man of the house to hear me. So maybe date a little bit more, you know. Have him as my main, you know.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, because you guys were
experience a little bit more. Well, shoot, he was old. He's 7 years older than me.
At 25, I had started my career, but I would tell myself to get more education. at that time, because I would have gotten my master's right after I finished my bachelor's degree, but I waited. And then I would have invested. Like I blew money on, I'm buying clothes. Suits. I'm teaching, I'm a teacher. I'm teaching in suits and stilettos. And really, I didn't have to do all that. People bringing the clothes to my house. And I'm like, okay, I want it all. Just leave it all in here, investment. I should have invested and really been concerned about what, like Kiki said, what the credit score is. What was mine looking like? And who even thought anything about that? And every time somebody sent you something for a credit card, I didn't have to accept it.
Yes, you did.
I did. But, looking back, I should not have.
No, you should have. You just shouldn't have spent it.
Yeah. So, 25, I should have. And I probably done more traveling. More traveling.
Yeah, that's another thing, I think, because we were young when we had our children, that we didn't get to travel the way that we should have.
So what would I tell my 25-year-old self? So at 25, I didn't have any kids. I was married. And I think I probably would have said, wait a little longer to have kids. So I had my son when it was like 3 months before I turned 27. And I was vowing I wasn't going to wait until I was 30 to have a baby. But then all my family kept putting pressure on me. And I was like, all right, fine. Let me knock this out of the box, get it over with. But now looking back, if I had my son later, I would still have a school-age child. So I'm kind of glad I didn't do that, because if I had it at 30, he would only be like 17, 18 years old. So now I'm an empty nester. Is great. It's fantastic. He's 21. So I don't regret that part of it at all. But I think I would have, much like you said, Michelle, I would have stayed in school and finished my degrees sooner, because I didn't go back and finish my undergrad and my graduate degrees until I was in my 30s. I was determined I wanted to have both of my degrees by the time I turned 40. And so I went accelerated, going through all those classes and papers and late nights and all that stuff and working full time. It's like when I was 25, I had so much more time to do it, but I was too busy partying and having a good time. So I definitely would have done something different. I would have, finished school faster, sooner, and invested more. I think I would have invested more, but I probably would have had to try and do it in a way where it was just my investment since I got divorced.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want that community property. Not in Georgia anyway.
I was going to say not in Georgia.
Yeah, we was in Georgia. So yeah, I think that's what when I think about 25, that's kind of where I was then and what I would have done. And Tanya has faded to black. She's back. Okay, ladies. So any final thoughts, anything you want to leave the viewers with? We have women out here that are watching us, and, we do get a lot of comments and support, of course, from women. I can't really tell you what I think the demographic is in terms of who watches the show. I think it's probably people, mid to late 30s and up, those who can appreciate who our legends are. So, of course, there's some people that are in that age category. But hopefully it's a start of dialogue, as people kind of think about if they have kids and how to direct them, because that's really how this topic came up in my mind, was because I was thinking about, what can we tell our children differently so that they don't do the same things that we did, even though they don't like to listen to us. And they see where we are now, and they don't know the struggles we went to get to where we are, because we protected them from it so much. So they just think it's so easy, especially if you own your own business or anything like that. They're like, oh, but you did it. And I'm like, yeah, but I had a job for years before I started to do my own business. I went and learned how they do what they do so I could do what I do, So, that's a battle I'm having with my son right now. When he graduates next year, he just wants to go straight into owning his own business. And I'm like, I wish you would just listen to me. When I was your age, I would have did this. This is what I would have did so differently. So
they don't listen.
They don't.
Do not.
They don't. What about you, Kiki? Yeah. Any final words before we wrap up?
I would just say date, wrap it up, and don't be so willing to give out your cookies. Like, your cookies are really an investment. You should just give all your credit away to everybody.
Right. That's right.
So you should try to hold on to that, you know, try to build it so that it's matured and, you know, it knows what it needs. And, you know, because half the time you're just giving your stuff away for like bundles of hair and getting your nails and stuff.
Really not even that. Listen to my son. Him and David had this conversation. He like, yo, Dad, somebody hit me on Snapchat. That's all you got to do, Snapchat, and you coming over? What?
Wow.
Yes, it's like, so the young girls need these lessons. They need to understand. You just don't give it away.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Snapchat your pussy to everybody.
That's right.
Exactly.
Everybody don't need to see your pussy, and everybody, young men, please stop sending your dicks to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's not necessary. Because eventually you will find the right one.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you find the right one, your shit will be a meme.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not worth it. Like, come on, y'all gotta have more pride in yourself. Have more pride in your worldly possessions. That thing down there, that's a nice little treasure down there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes,
Keep
it is.
contained for the right person.
Yeah.
Because you're going to give it to the wrong people and you're going to end up with something you don't really want.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get with your mate that you're supposed to have, your thing might be all worn out or have like all this other stuff on it. What they call that? Blueberry or something? Blue waffles or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just hold on to it.
Yeah.
So what about you, Tanya? Any last thoughts?
To follow your dreams and never give up, and there's no right time to have a baby. They'll get on your nerves in your 20s, your 30s, and your 40s.
You got that right.
So either do or don't.
Right. You do or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You might have more energy in your mid-20s, 30s, but there's no right time, and they're expensive. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. You're going to need somebody to take care of you, hopefully, when you get older.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm a little worried about that, actually. I have one, and he's a boy. I think I'm going to be in a home somewhere.
Well, you better start looking for your shady pines, okay?
I have girls, and I know that they're not going to do that.
So those are my last words.
Okay. Well, that's good. Definitely. I say, definitely get your education, get as much experience as you can. Make sure you can hold your own out here. Don't depend on no man. I've done that once in my life. Will never do it again. So always have your little FU chest, I call it, the fuck you chest. You put your money away. So they act up, you're like, fuck you, I'm out.
That's like having a quarter back in the day for the payphone.
That's right.
You used to always have a quarter for the payphone.
That's right. They're like, where you going? How are you doing it? You don't have no money. Watch me.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I think all women should do and definitely keep in mind, especially as they're, in their 20s and, starting to come into themselves.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies. Well, it was a pleasure. And Tanya, thank you so much for being our special guest tonight. We really appreciate having you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
We'll definitely have you back. Michelle, always a pleasure. Thanks again.
Thank you.
And Kiki, you my
Okay, all right, it's fine.
you my Kiki girl, you know. Through the fire.
All right, Taylor, that's enough.
Okay, that's enough. That's all right. I'm good. I digress.
Some water, because it's starting to seem like you need something right now.
Her water's gone.
I drink it all. My kidneys are happy. My liver.
What's that, 6 ounces?
Your kidneys are teased.
Like, we need more.
Right. They still got lemon drops in them.
I still got lemon drops.
After 3 lemon drops, her kidneys are now happy.
Right.
They're like, yes, we can breathe.
Like,
we can breathe. We can see the light.
You can see the light. You You're gonna be my accountability partners along with Dana. You're gonna hold me true to just water. That's all I'm gonna do. Water, no alcohol. 40 days. 40 days. Okay, everyone, thanks for joining us. And I'm going to give Tanya and Michelle an opportunity to give you their Instagram account so you can make sure you follow them, keep up with what they have going on. Of course, make sure you follow the Women Behind the Legends on Instagram, Facebook, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. So Tanya, let everyone know what your Instagram is and how can they find you.
You can find me on all social media at Tonteezy, TON_TEEZY across the board. More active on Snapchat.
Oh, okay. You and Kiki, huh? I'm still learning that one. What about you, Michelle? Where can they find you?
Find me at Shell Tollie, CHELLE, TOLLIE.
All right, good.
That's it.
We're going to work on Michelle getting some more followers. We're going to work on Michelle being more active on social media.
I have been doing it. You see, I've been increasing.
Yes, and increasing.
No.
She said no.
Kiki is a social media beast. I don't even know. I think she does it in her sleep. Just like
I'm just gonna give her my account and let her post for me.
Account. I want you to post your own shit.
Kiki, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna screenshot it.
I'm a screenshot it.
Okay.
Get on your job.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, you can follow me, Mrs. Chubb Rock 2, the number 2, the letter U.
Yes.
On everything.
On everything.
Or She Boss. If you put in She Boss, you're gonna find me. I'm the number 1 She Boss. There is no other.
Yes, she is.
Followers, so.
That's right.
Yep.
And you can find Tana. You can find me on @TanaTane on Instagram as well as on Facebook. So make sure you follow me, hit me up, keep up with what I have going on. Also follow me on, or us rather, Dana and I, we have our own Dana Says, Tana Says, so you can follow us there too.